Damn, now 20 seconds in and we already have a dead brother.
I see a path to a cavern that seems abandoned.
Not trying to doubt Cyrus's storytelling abilities too fast, but Elmo would have a more terrifying and ominous presence while telling a scary story than this kid.
I see a rare and powerful card.
The rare and powerful card is the Dark Magician for some reason. And I know it's Yugi's ace card, but the days of the Dark Magician being the are kinda gone. This card could have easily been a powerful fusion monster or even one of the Egyptian gods. You know, you'd think in Cyrus's own story that he'd make it so that he doesn't scream like a little bitch.
Help me! Not the water! Anything but the water!
Ah yes, the Yu-Gi-Oh player's biggest fear. Water. I mean, go one step further and throw some soap in the water, and you got a living nightmare.
You're right, only a chump would be scared of that.
Chumley Huffington. I love this character. I think he's probably my favorite in the entire series, right down to the last minute details. Because his jacket is cool because it makes you think of Chef Boyardee, and who doesn't like Chef Boyardee? And his hair is also pretty cool, and quite frankly, I'm jealous I can't get mine to be that way. And his favorite food is grilled cheese. I freaking love grilled cheese. Hey. And even when he's over there wetting himself, it's still side-splitting humor. It's just a non-stop laugh riot with him.
Prodigy!
Oh, what? You've been there?
What is wrong with you?
Oh, nothing. I'm just talking about how Chumley's my favorite character.
But he's not your favorite character. You dissed him so hard on your second episode of this show.
I'm quite convinced I don't know what you mean.
Oh, I know what this is. Frostbite Martini used her Millennium Rod's ability on your Discord server to mind control you and have you say that.
Oh yeah. Well, at least maybe the grilled cheese part was hopefully me talking? But viewer, potential duelist on my Yu-Gi-Oh! Sin Society Discord server. If you too want to wield the power of the Millennium Rod as well as the other items, then join the Discord, links in the description and the comments below. Start collecting starved chips by playing shadow games or submitting sins. And once you collect enough, you'll be able to claim one of these mighty items for yourself. And there's a special prize for the duelist mighty enough to claim all 7, and so far only 2 people have achieved this feat, so hop in the server starting today and cement yourself as the next king of games.
Can we move on with the video now?
This face that Jaden's making.
Back when I was a little kid, I used to hear sounds. They sounded like voices.
Aw, little Jaden is absolutely adorable. They should have made him into a plushie.
There was nothing there at all, except my cards. And that's the end of the story.
Jaden's little troll story here, where it comes to a dead halt after building such good tension, is a mockery of how stories are structured, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Evil laugh cliche. Now, since I'm not a psychopath, I do not own a cat, but to my cat owners in the audience, is it normal to hold your cat by the neck like this?
Let's see here.
Banner just drew the Big Five's ace card. Okay, Banner is too good at the evil laugh cliche. It's almost like he's secretly a villain.
But there was once a special dorm set at the edge of the forest. It was shut down after several students mysteriously went missing. The rumor was that it had something to do with shadow games.
Also, I have this comment here saying that Banner's scary story wasn't worth the 12-star monster he just drew, but I disagree with that. And here's why, because shadow games and all that other spooky, scary stuff is very real in this world, and the abandoned dorm with the disappearing students, also very real. It's reminiscent of Harry Potter, and I'm gonna take this comment's word for it because I've never seen that movie and I've never read the book. So anyways, Banner's story. Even if you somehow don't think scary games where you can lose your soul isn't scary enough, you gotta agree that it's still better than Cyrus falling in some water and Jaden literally just picking up his cards.
Millennium items, right? I've heard about this, but it's not true.
So Jaden sees Yugi as somewhat like a dueling idol, yet he doesn't know that he had the Atem side? Well, truthfully, I don't know what I was expecting. I mean, even the guy's best friends didn't know that he had 2 sides to him until midway through the Duelist Kingdom arc. They were like, oh, it's like he's 2 different people. It's like, oh, he was 2 different people. Like, anyone with eyes should be able to see that. Banner has done 3 evil laugh cliches in the span of 2 minutes.
Then you'll lead the way for us tomorrow night. Yeah!
Yeah, fun.
Oh, man.
God, what in the world is Dr. Crowler doing here at this time and I listening to them? Let me tell you something. Crowler is just asking to get his teaching license revoked, which frankly is a miracle that it hasn't happened so far with all the stunts he's pulled.
I think
It's time the Shadow Games made a comeback. Millennium items and all.
Well, have fun finding them in the afterlife, because that's where they freaking are, along with a Tem and the Millennium Stone. Does this school not have a history section? Because that would be pretty important to add into that curriculum. I swear, the next person who does an evil laugh cliche is gonna get 100 sins.
Just take anything you want and go!
What I want is your soul.
And to demonstrate that Titan is going to be a formidable opponent for Jaden or something like that, they have him bullying this random skinhead duelist in an alley. Also, this guy is either playing along with Titan, or the power of suggestion is really that strong, because we later find out that this Millennium puzzle that Titan uses is a fake Millennium pendant. So why is this guy on the floor right now acting like he's dead?
Went through a second renaissance with the rise of what some historians dub virtual dueling.
I see Jaden and Cyrus are doing their favorite thing to do in class, but why are they sleeping in the same seat? Also, what is Banner on about, talking about virtual dueling like he's teaching history that happened 100 years ago with this whole second renaissance thing? Because hasn't dueling been virtual for like roughly 10 years at this point? Also this kid's face.
So you're the one they call the Shadow Duelist.
Roll credits.
Most of which are hard to discern through their shrieks of sheer terror.
Okay, I know this dude is meant to be scary, and he probably would be in real life, but this guy's neck looks humorously long with the scarf he wears, and does he seriously carry a smoke machine in his briefcase for dramatic effect? Because if this guy rolled on me with this getup, I'd probably piss myself, but not out of fear, but out of laughing at the cheesiness of this getup, because seriously, fedora, long trench coat, smoke machine, I get it, you are trying to scare me.
But enough small talk. What's the job?
What in the world? We have here who should be a respectable teacher taking a hit out on a student who beat him in a game. What the f***? And this even results in one of his precious Obelisk Blue students getting kidnapped, so take these sins for this recklessness, Dr. Crowler.
I never turn my back to a challenge.
Oh, my. You are good.
Okay, that was pretty funny, and let me tell you, these shenanigans are exactly why we all love GX.
By banishing him to the Shadow Realm.
I don't understand how Crowler is not dying right now, because it's not like he can hear the dramatic music we just heard, and that combined with the fact that all Titan does is just a bunch of smoke and mirrors, Crowler should be seriously dying of side-splitting laughter after hearing the splash of this guy literally just backing up into the ocean. Matter of fact, without the music, I feel like this is how that scene would have sounded like for him. Why did the animators go with a Microsoft PowerPoint transition to end that scene?
We could be near a lake of dirty swamp water.
Very funny, but you were the one who refused to bathe because you were scared of the bathwater last night.
Well, maybe if you cleaned it once in a while, it wouldn't be so swampish.
Haha, boys like to insult each other, but Chumley is apparently a true Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist, not taking a bath. And how exactly do you clean bath water? Don't you just drain it and maybe just clean the tub if you're really that filthy?
Oh, hi, Alexis.
Chumley and Cyrus are shaking like chihuahuas, but I'm actually more astonished by Jaden's strength to be holding up Chumley like this. Because he is not the straw that broke the camel's back here. He is the I don't know where I'm going with that joke.
Don't you know that kids have a way of disappearing around here? Why else would the Academy make this place completely forbidden?
Okay, if it's really that forbidden, why won't they just demolish it?
I say we go back, Jaden.
Yeah? Well, I say we go in.
What?
Jay, there's a serial killer inside that house who the police never caught. We're lucky to have even made it this far. Let's just turn back. Yeah, or I guess we could just also go in, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. So catch you at breakfast, Si. Save an eggwich for me.
This place is sweet. You know, a little paint, couple of cardboard boxes, maybe a throw rug? And we can so totally move in here.
I get the paint and the throw rug, but why the cardboard boxes? You are not Snake, Jaden. Boxes only give him true happiness.
You should come inside the box. Then you'll know what I mean.
Man, I don't want to know what you mean.
Where am I?
On a hook.
We later see that this coffin thing is upright, so why not just run away? Titan didn't even tie the legs. Not a big fan of the location and gesturing of Titan's left hand. Chumley rummaging through this backpack for what I hope is a gun, which would hilariously solve all their problems right now.
Infernal Queen Archfiend in attack mode. Each and every monster with Archfiend in its name gains 1,000 attack points.
Well, yeah, sure it does, but that only happens in the standby phase, so you just brought out a 900 attack point monster in attack mode for no reason. And even if it did get a boost, it only lasts until the end of the turn. My god, are Archfiends really that bad? It seems even bad for the time.
Yeah, actually, I already knew that.
Jaden just hit this guy with an actually.
The spell card, Pandemonium.
The Pandemonium field spell is able to interact physically with real-world objects.
Terror King Archfiend. Attack Avion.
What the? Talk about unexpected attacks, because rather than using this perfectly cool demon sword thingy, he'd rather open up his chest cavity and shoot bugs at you.
Mirror Gate! This trap card causes our monsters to trade places. My Avion for your Terror King.
It simply activates his special ability, an ability that will determine our monster's fate by way of chance.
Ah yes, determine a monster's fate by way of chance, because rolling a die is just not threatening enough. I mean, come on, Titan, you could have at least gave us a go dice roll.
Go! Dice roll!
When he's targeted by an opponent's effect, Terror King's special ability gives me a gambling chance. A number between 1 and 6 is selected at random, and if it happens to be a 2 or a 5, your trap won't work against my Terror King.
Actually, yes it does, because Terror King only is protected when it gets targeted, but Mirror Gate only targets Avion here, so get dunked on by this shitty trap. No offense to Mirror Gate users out there, even though I'm quite sure there's probably at the most 5 of you.
The odds are way in Jaden's favor.
You flunked math, Chumley.
No, I got a 54.
Okay, another send off for the banter here.
Mirror Gate is shattered. Locust Storm Barrage, finish him!
Also, how come Jaden didn't just set Mirror Force instead of Mirror Gate? He'd have screwed Titan right up with that card. I swear, if that Slifer Slacker actually confused these two.
Oh, way to duel!
That Clayman should keep Jaden safe.
I don't think so. At least not from this.
That's right. Nothing will save you from this bootleg Millennium Puzzle I bought at the flea market earlier today.
You all will feel the darkness take you into its grip completely.
Yeah, getting tough to breathe.
I can't breathe, so I'm gonna use my hand to choke myself so I can breathe even littler air. Big brain plate. Can't breathe bad air if you're not breathing air to begin with.
I play the spell card Pot of Greed.
Jaden is a dirtbag for not explaining what this card does. How come nobody knows what this card does but still uses it anyway?
Now I'll use his special ability, which lets me destroy a monster whose original attack points are lower than his.
I activate Terror King's special ability once again.
Jaden really should have just attacked the Infernal Queen Archfiend right now just to kill it, and then maybe, if you wanted to take the chance, go for the Thunder Giant's effect in main phase 2 to also try and kill the Terror King. Or just don't take the freaking chance and just set the Mirror Force in your hand, let him attack you, and then destroy him, or at the very least put him in a very bad spot because Archfiends suck.
This is totally anti-licious.
Anti-licious. Another freaking evil laugh cliche, so here's your freaking penalty game, Mr. I Have a Millennium Puzzle.
I'm using Deathrook Archfiend's special effect.
We've had Infernal Queen, Terror King, and now Death's Rook. I mean, I like chess, but this is just ridiculous.
Elemental Hero Flame Wingman!
Wingman has nothing to do with electricity, and even his fusion materials were both wind and fire attributes, so why was there electricity shooting all over the place?
Oh, by the way, did I mention his superpower?
Oh, here we go. Don't forget Wingman superpower!
You take damage equal to your destroyed monster's attack
points! Like, how could we forget that, Jaden? You say it exactly that same way every single time, every time.
And now, I'll destroy your Pandemonium card! Storm Shower!
I'm gonna give 10 sins here for perhaps the worst lip syncing I've ever seen in Yu-Gi-Oh!
You still haven't destroyed this!
You ought to be careful what you wish for. You might just get it!
Not only is Jaden attending Duel Academy, but he also attended the Seto Kaiba School of Card Throwing because that form was perfect. And what an impressive throw for this card to pierce through this fake puzzle. Because either this card is military grade or that puzzle is made out of wet paper mache.
This guy's a complete sham. I mean, he's probably just some out-of-work carny.
I'm not out of work. I could get my job at the fair back anytime I want.
This Shadow Rider, hired by Dr. Crawler to kill Jaden or something like that, just admitted he's a carnival performer. Also, with this guy's appearance, I'd think he'd actually make a pretty good Mr. X if they ever did a Resident Evil 2 remake movie.
This Millennium Pendant is real. What do you have to say to that?
Besides that you're a big dunce, yours would be called the Millennium Puzzle, not Pendant.
Jaden would be excellent at Yu-Gi-Oh! Sins.
Hey, way to show him who's boss, Karibo!
Aw, Wing Karibo saving Jaden from whatever the f these things are was super cute.
Only one shall survive.
Oh, come on now. Red contacts? You really went overboard setting up for this, huh?
Airheaded main character thinks the tricks are still going when in actuality things just got real cliche.
And summon the Desrook Archfiend in attack mode to end my turn.
While I can see the Desrook's resemblance to an actual rook, he looks more to me like a weird demon tree stump.
Spark Blaster! It has 3 blasts and lets me change the battle mode of any monster on the field.
Oh, I don't know why, but Sparkman just pointing a gun at us just looks hilarious. It's like, don't pop a cap in my ass. Is Skull Archfiend doing the world's longest yawn? Why is his mouth just open like this?
Oh, and as for who I'm gonna use the Spark Blaster on, the Sparkman himself, from offense to defense.
If Sparkman was any sort of cool dude, he'd have pointed the gun at his own head and pulled the trigger and bring out his Persona 3 style.
If he's the only one on the field when he's summoned, I get to draw 2 more cards.
Bubbleman. A card with an effect that has resolved less times in the real world than the Flying Elephants effect. Oddly, always triggers when Jaden uses it, and by extension always draws one of the 3 extremely gimmicky Bubbleman spells from its draw 2.
Wouldn't you know, I drew his favorite, Bubble Shuffle. Now let's give a big Shadow Row welcome to Elemental Hero Blade Edge.
Holy Destiny draw. He not only got the gimmicky Bubbleman spell, but also the strongest main deck hero that also deals piercing damage to get perfect lethal here. I've said it once, I'll say it again, I'll probably say it in a future episode. Jaden is one of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonists of all time.
Slice and dice attack!
I have this funny comment here talking about Blade Edge's attack name, saying that maybe the slice and dice attack maybe means that Blade Edge can make 1,000 Julian fries. So send off for that hilariousness.
Tell Mike, inside,
And with that defeat and him getting swallowed up by whatever the hell these things are, Titan is now gone forever. Episode 41.
Wow, now those are some sweet special effects.
Jaden's blissful stupidity is worth once and off.
Come out, Shadow Duelist! I want to hear every last detail!
The way Crowler said detail just then. Detail.
We found your card, and this.
My brother?
Jaden, for some reason, grabbed this picture of Atticus, even though just earlier he said,
And that shows someone I've never seen before. Bye, Alexis! Yeah, later! See you in class!
Jaden says, see you in class, knowing damn well he and his pals are gonna go to the dorm room and sleep after this.
But nothing will protect you from oblivion!
Why is he just sitting there, accepting his fate, and not even squirming to get off?
Come on, you're doing the show for how long again? You should know by now that the answers to things that make absolutely 0 sense always lie in the sub.
The sub, you said. Alright, well, let's take a look. Holy shit! Okay, now I've got my random motorcycle too. I'm coming, Mokuba! I wonder, what if we dueled on one of these? Looks like I've got a new $1 million idea to run by my new board of directors later.
I don't trust this little rat.
The rare and powerful powerful card. Ah, yes, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Player's biggest fear. Water. I mean, go one step further. Go one step further. Jaden's little... oh my god, why is it so... Jaden's little troll story. Jaden sees Yugi as somewhat like a dueling idol, yet he doesn't know that he had the attack... What a stutter. I do kind of have a stuttering problem when I talk. Also, what is Banner talking about when he says virtual dueling like he's teaching history that happened 100 years ago? Hasn't dueling been... I really need to learn to manage my breath better. Jaden really should have just attacked my god, I have it written down, Infernal Queen Archfiend, but like, my mind is like dyslexic or something. I was like, Infernal Fiend Archqueen. I have this funny comment here talking about Blade Edge's attack name, saying that maybe the slice and dice attack maybe means he can make 1,000 Julian fries. Julian fries? I don't know, I'm Spanish, how do I pronounce that?